Hey, boss.
Hi. Have you been able to talk to the printers? Are the brochures done for the next campaign?
Yes, they are. We can pick them up at 2.
Great. And how about the TV ad producers?
I set up a meeting with them at 10 tomorrow morning. They have several ideas for this campaign. Said we'd be impressed.
Well, they better considering how much we paid them. I hope you are not going to be late today.
I'm halfway there.
Bye.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, thank you.
Have I told you I like your car?
It's not my car.
What do you mean? You've been driving for 6 months.
Yeah, but it belongs to the bank.
I should buy one too.
Credit, credit, credit. As simple as that.
I see. Like the coffee?
I've had better.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jen.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Jen, what's the matter with the boss? I've been working here for a year and a half and I've never seen him smile.
You mean you don't know?
Know what?
His daughter died in an accident about 3 years ago. I haven't seen him happy since.
That explains it.
You haven't been able to find a job for months. We have a huge amount of debt and our house will be auctioned off next month. Unless we find something soon. You're my best friend. I have no one else to turn to. Please pray for us.
Hey, happy birthday.
Hi, thank you.
When I saw this, I thought you might like it.
Thank you.
Blow out the candle.
Thank you
For what?
for respecting it when I pray.
It's alright.
And how was your day?
Nothing special, just like any other day. And how about you?
I talked to Sarah today. Matthew still hasn't found a job. They are desperate.
And they pray as far as I know. Still no help for them?
Being a Christian does not mean that everything comes easily up without any difficulties. If that were true, everyone would go to church out of selfish interest.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
You haven't offended me. I love you.
I talked to the jacuzzi guys today. They will install it next week.
Are you sure we really need that? We have enough debt already.
We can afford it, so why not? My firm is stable. We have no reason to worry. You just let me worry about the payment, alright?
All right.
Good morning, Jennifer. We were supposed to meet with the TV ad producers at 10. Could you call them and tell them to come at 11? I have to leave at 9 and won't be back 10.
Sure thing. The big boss wants to talk to you. He didn't seem to be in a good mood.
All right, thank you.
Good morning. You wanted to see me?
Yes, come in and sit down. I have some bad news for you, Mr. Miller. Sadly, the economic crisis has come to our doors, and even though we did not think it would affect us, it has shaken the foundations of our firm's stability. Therefore, we've had to make some major decisions, and unfortunately, we have been forced to take some very unpleasant measures. Although we are extremely pleased with the work done by the creative team under your leadership, I'm afraid we can no longer afford the luxury of operating a separate marketing department. So, we have to eliminate this department within our firm. I am sorry.
I see. The brochures of the latest campaign are done. We have a meeting with the TV ad producers at 11. They are supposed to show us the finished material. If it's alright, I will pay them and then share the bad news with the others.
Thank you. Believe me, I am very sorry to let go of an honest and excellent manager like you. But we have no other choice. Our basic survival is at stake.
Hey, you home already? What's up?
Hi. I spoke to the jacuzzi guys, told them not to come after all.
I'm happy about that, but what happened?
This morning they laid me off. Not just me, but the whole marketing department. Long live the crisis.
You've been drinking.
Just a little. Then a little more.
It's been 2 years since your detox, and you haven't touched alcohol during that time. If you start drinking again, it's not going to solve the problem.
I know.
Don't you worry. I will start looking for a job first thing tomorrow. Everything will be alright. Trust me.
Oh no. Oh. It's morning already?
Morning it is. I brought you a little breakfast.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry about the way I've behaved yesterday. I shouldn't have been drinking.
Yes, I know. But it's all right. Will you come to church with me?
No, definitely not.
All right then. What are your plans for today?
I will put together my resume and send it to a few places. Things like that.
All right then. I'll be back this afternoon. Have a nice day. I love you.
Bye. Okay, let's get to it. Okay. And now what?
I see you've not been bored.
Try to make myself useful.
Have you had lunch?
No, I'm starving. Our backup funds will last us about 3 to 4 months tops. Plus, we have your salary to cover the expenses of the house, the cars, and the things we bought on credit.
I am not worried. I am sure God will not forsake us. And soon you will have a job.
God. All God does is watch the way humans struggle on this miserable planet.
Please don't say that. You know that's not true.
What I know is there are cutbacks everywhere. People keep losing their jobs, there are hardly any new openings. And while you and a handful of people talk about a loving God who does not even exist, in real life families are being destroyed and children die. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't mean to bring up Esther. I'm just upset. Because it took me only half an hour to go through all the job openings I might have a chance at. They weren't married. All the channels are talking about firms going bankrupt, people out on the street and their lives falling apart. We bought everything on credit just like everyone else.
I know. But what really matters, what is the most important, is that we are there for one another.
That's sweet. But I need more than that. Hi, this is Mark Miller. I'm calling about the position. It's already filled? I see. Thank you. Bye. Hi, Thomas. I'm looking for a job and I was wondering if there might be something at your company for a marketing guy. I see. All right. Thank you. Hi.
What's the matter?
The bank has just taken the Jeep.
Well, we were expecting this to happen.
Yes, I know. But we just lost 40,000 euro.
I know, but money is not everything.
It's not just about the money. This is going to continue. Soon they will come and take the TV, the furniture, the other car, and the house. That is the real issue.
Look, it's not your fault. It's hard on everyone who's become unemployed. Why don't you try to ask God for help?
Oh, no, not again. I don't care about God. Just look around the world. Do you think God exists at all? Soon we will lose all we have left. As if it was not enough that 3 years ago we lost our only daughter. Why does God allow that? Why?
I don't know. But I am sure He is the only one who can bring peace in situations like this one. If I didn't know Him and had no faith that I would see Esther again one day, I would have been even more devastated by her death.
How could you get over it just like that? Sometimes I feel like you didn't really love her at all.
Jesus is your best friend. He is always with you, no matter what happens.
If you say so, sweetie.
Dear Mark, your words concerning Esther hurt me beyond words. I loved her more than anything, and every single day I think about what it would be like to have her here, to have her run through the door again, to be able to hold her in my arms just one more time. Losing her changed everything, but I believed the two of us could be happy again. However, this belief was broken in me today. I have been deceiving myself, and now I realize I cannot live like this any longer.
Lord, help me to get there on time, please. Help me. I thought you had left.
I wanted to. But on the way here, I kept praying for God to show me His will, so that I would not make a decision I would later regret. Then on the train, the words of Jesus struck me when He said, "Carry one another's burdens." This was the answer to my prayer. I knew what I had to do, to stay here and help you carry the burden that you are carrying now. But it would be really nice if you could also help me every now and then.
I promise, I will. I'm sorry about the way I've behaved in the past 3 years.
I'm sorry for making your life unbearable and making grieving all the harder for you. Today, I went to the church and I kept thinking of the day when all three of us were dead together. I could see how happy Esther was that I had gone that day. I prayed and asked God to forgive me. And now, I want to ask you to forgive me too, for I made it pretty intolerable for you to live with me in the past few years. And for being a bad husband and for not taking care of our daughter who died because of me.
No, don't say that. It wasn't your fault.
How was your day?
It has been the greatest terrible day of my life.
What do you mean?
You know, I checked my emails in the morning, but I didn't get a single message. No one's responded about any job. So the day started out really bad. Then I picked up the Bible you gave me. By the way, in case I haven't mentioned it yet, this book has been the best birthday gift I've ever received. I've been reading it all day. It was incredible. I felt like most of the stories I read were written directly to me. One of my favorites so far is that of Solomon. I always wanted to know the reason why Solomon became so rich. Did you know that God appeared to him and asked him what he wanted because he would get whatever he asked for?
I do not remember this story.
As I was reading that, I thought to myself, well, I'm going to find out the answer to my question. Solomon surely asked for riches and God gave it to him. But that was not the case. Solomon only wanted to be a good leader to his people and to make good decisions. So he asked for wisdom and not riches. But God gave him wisdom and added riches to it. It's amazing. I realized what I had been doing wrong, why I haven't been able to find a job.
Really? And why is that?
So far, I've been trying to find a job that would lead to wealth. But today, I realized that's the wrong motivation. I no longer care about money. I don't want to be rich. Only one thing is important to me from now on: to be wise. Wise enough to make you happy. Wise enough to help you forget these terrible past years. Wise enough to understand where God is leading me. Whether He wants to give me a job with a high salary, or He wants me to work as a simple sales assistant. Let His will be done.
The first part of your request has already been granted. You have never made me so happy.
Okay, Lord, let it happen your way.
What has happened to you?
What do you mean?
Come on, even a blind person could see that something has changed. I haven't seen you like this for years. What makes you so happy? Have you given in to the advances of that charming guy who comes in 3 times a week to buy a tie just because of you?
Of course not. You think I would do such a thing?
Okay, just asking. But then, what happened?
Something I no longer thought possible.
Mark finally got a job?
No, something way better than that.
Okay, now you are making me really curious. Come on, why do I have to drag it out of you like this?
Mark has made the most important decision of his life. He has surrendered to God. He is like he used to be. He is full of ambitions, plans, and enthusiasm. Only he's not motivated by money, but by his love for God. I can't tell you how wonderful it is to see that.
Well, based on what you had told me before, I'm sorry, but I did not think that this was possible.
God has done a miracle in our lives.
Well, it was about time. I just started to feel I couldn't cope up with your sour face around here anymore. No, really. It was bad for business.
Hi, how was your day?
Hi. Pretty bad.
What happened?
Peter's wife called. Peter is in the hospital. He attempted suicide. He wasn't able to get a job either since the marketing department at our company was eliminated. They were in debt and he lost everything. The day before yesterday, the bank seized their home, and that day Peter took a lot of pills.
That is terrible.
It is. Unbelievable. He had always been so cheerful, full of energy. I never thought he would do such a thing. What is going on in this world? Every day the news reports about firms being closed and ever-increasing unemployment rates and family men taking their own lives. I wanted to do the same. When we had that fight and I left, I felt my life was totally meaningless. We lost our only daughter. I'd ruined my wife's life. I'd lost my job. I was good for nothing. And I couldn't solve our problems. And then I have no idea how. Suddenly I found myself in front of the church. And I knew I should trust God with my life. Or else there was no point in living any further, because I was unable to find a solution for all the pain that I had inflicted upon you. That was consuming me as well. And the only reason why I didn't do the same thing as Peter is that I found God.
And I am so eternally grateful for that.
This book is so much more than I had ever thought. As I read from it, my soul is healing. And I see that even those who love God often had to go through great difficulties, but God was always there in their struggle. and He blessed them in the end. It makes me feel He will also bless me. And there is also a chance for my problem to be solved.
God never allows us to go through a greater trial than we can endure. I know He hears your prayers of faith because He sees you have given your life to Him.
Hi, this is Mark Miller. I'm calling about the position. I see. All right, thank you. Bye. I know I'm overqualified for this job, but I really need it.
Thanks for coming. We'll let you know.
Hello? Thank you. Hi, is this where I find the world's most talented marketing assistant?
Jen said you never smile.
Yes, that used to be true, but many things have changed since then. I was told you may receive visitors now. How are you feeling?
Better than yesterday. I did something pretty stupid. Hey, boss.
Well, I can't argue with that.
But why are you so cheerful? Back when you were making the big bucks and were director, you were constantly moping around. And now you're joking with me? What's changed? Are you happy to finally see me in my right place?
I'm sorry to see you here. I almost did the same.
And what happened?
You know, 3 years ago my daughter died, and since then my life has been unbearable. I was blaming myself, blaming God, and I couldn't find comfort anywhere. Work was the only thing that distracted me from the anger and sadness inside.
When I lost my job, I thought I lost everything. Soon after that, I wanted to do the same as you. But I was reminded of my daughter's words. She was a special child, and she loved God very much. And even though I didn't believe in Him, she would always say, Jesus is your best friend, you can always turn to Him. So, in the darkest hour of my life, I decided to try and see if she had been right.
Is this the reason you're smiling now?
Yes, that's the only reason. We are on a downward slope. Our cars have been taken by the bank. It's only a matter of weeks before the house is foreclosed, and no matter where I look for a job, there are no openings. But the more I read from this, which by the way I brought for you, the more I realize that I don't need to worry because God has something special in store for me. And the most important thing is that Jesus' word through this book tell me that I haven't lost my daughter forever either. And that's the only reason why I finally have peace in my heart, even though my situation is quite desperate.
So, you're saying in this book, you found the answers to your financial and emotional crisis?
God has shown it to me. And now I know because every day I experience that my daughter was right.
But what if you lose your house and you still can't find a job? What if God's not able to help you through this?
If He was able to deal with my emotional issues that I thought were impossible to salvage, my financial issues are just a breeze for Him, no matter how desperate my situation seems right now. What's wrong?
We got a notification from the bank. They are foreclosing on the house this Friday.
So soon? I thought we would have a few more weeks.
We don't. I talked to Claudia, who mentioned her dad has an apartment downtown we could rent.
I see. All right. I don't understand this. I've been praying and reading the Bible for weeks now, honestly seeking the will of God. Why will He not bless me? Why am I not able to find a job somewhere?
If God made everyone rich and carefree as soon as they started following Him, then everybody would be Christian, but not from their hearts, from self-interest. God sees your faith, and I know He will lead us out of this crisis. I believe even though we've lost a lot of things and now we're losing our house, God has a purpose for all that is happening in our lives. It is just not always clear what that purpose is.
You're right. Let us pray that we may understand what His purpose is.
I agree.
Well, not too big, but good quality and cheap.
It is gorgeous.
The perfect place for the new beginning.
I agree.
So, can we rent it furnished?
Yes, of course. The rental fee includes all the furniture. Just how you see it now. No extra fees. Just because your wife is the best colleague in the world.
And the best wife in the world, too.
Well, guys, if I didn't know what kind of trouble you are in financially, I think I would envy you.
Excuse me. Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Miller. This is Nicholas Taylor, the CEO of Success Business Consulting. I'm looking for a department manager for our company. Would you be interested?
Department manager? I haven't applied for such a position.
Well, that's because we have not yet advertised this position. Yesterday, I had a meeting with your former boss, who had very good things to say about you. Now, I know this is not exactly the area in which you've been working, but as John told me, you did a great job leading his marketing department and prepared excellent presentations and PR materials. Your work would be very similar if you took my offer. When can we talk about the details? Will 10 a.m. tomorrow work for you?
Sure, that would be perfect. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Who was that?
I've been offered a job with a business consulting company.
That is wonderful.
Now I'm really envious.
Thank you for coming. Please sit down. John praised you so highly that I could not wait to meet you in person. Let me tell you what we're looking for. I have 2 reasons for wanting to hire you within our company. First, we have some conflict going on within our team, and I don't have time to deal with it, and it's keeping us from effective work. We have 2 very talented bid proposal writers. Almost all of their proposals are awarded. And now, not long ago, they started competing with one another, and at first I liked that very much, but now the disadvantages far outweigh the advantages. Now, I cannot fire them because they are the best bid proposal writers I've ever had the opportunity to work with. Now, John had said that you were an excellent leader in his firm, so I'm hoping that you can help us find a solution to this problem.
I will try my best.
Another important task for you in this job is that you would also write bid proposals. John had mentioned that not long ago you and your team had put together a large marketing campaign for a large energy corporation. He said that as the project leader, you excelled in this area.
Yes, we developed detailed PR material for Incorp along with an ad and reference film. And in order for that to be a success, I had to learn a lot about this branch of industry.
Well, this is exactly why we need you. This same company would like to assign us a large project, but none of my people have any knowledge or experience in this area. Now, that's why when I first heard about you, that I thought you would be the perfect man for this job.
I see. You won't be disappointed in me. Hi!
Hi, how was your day?
Awesome. I'm gonna love this job. True, I'm only making half as much as I used to, but that doesn't matter. The important thing is that I have a job again, I can work, and God has shown me the way. So today was perfect.
I'm really glad. And what will you have to do?
I'm going to have to write a bid proposal, and there is a team whose work I will have to coordinate and straighten it out a little.
And what is that supposed to mean?
I don't know exactly, but there is some tension between the colleagues, and I will have to resolve that.
And what are you planning to do?
I don't know yet. There were issues with my team at the other place too, but nothing that affected their performance. Now I will have to find out what the problem is, then look for the solution. So, I don't have a plan yet. But let's stop talking about it and tell me, if I want to take out the most beautiful woman in the world for dinner tonight, where should I go?
Well, I don't know what she would say to your offer, but if she turns you down, I happen to be free tonight.
I'm happy to hear that. I was thinking of going to Kashmir. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful. That is where I met the love of my life.
What a surprise! Just like me.
Good morning.
Sorry, Mr. Miller.
No, it's not a problem. Until you are given a task, you do whatever you wish.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Don't mention it. Would you mind coming into my office for a minute, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
Marta, please help me. I hear there is a nasty conflict between certain colleagues and it cannot go like this any longer, so please help me and tell me what you know about this problem.
Mr. Miller, please don't ask me to do this. I don't want to hurt anybody.
Don't worry, neither do I. I just want this to be resolved and this team to be a real community. Will you help me?
Okay, I'll help.
Great, I'm listening.
Well, the problem is we have two people who just can't stand each other. First, there's Monica. She's the greatest at writing proposals for the building industry. Almost every proposal she writes wins. And then there's Anita. She handles proposals for agriculture and almost never gets a negative evaluation. Well, you know, the company gives a bonus to the proposal writer with the greatest number of successful proposals each quarter. So they both do everything they can to be the one who gets the bonus. But lately, they aren't just working to write the best proposals possible. They're also doing everything they can to hinder each other's work.
I see. So that's the reason why the tension between the two of them is doing more harm than good. All right. Thank you very much, Marta. You have been very helpful.
Of course, Mr. Miller. But you're gonna fire them, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going to fire anyone. Thank you.
No, I didn't save it.
Good morning, Anita. Would you mind coming into my office for a minute together with Monica, please?
Certainly, Mr. Miller. I'll be right there.
Thank you. According to this data, you two are the most talented proposal writers in this company's history. In the past 6 months, however, both of your performances have significantly dropped. Would you tell me what happened? Look, I've heard some things from your colleagues, but I don't want to jump to conclusions until I hear from you what the problem is.
The problems began when the so-called proposal writer was hired here.
Yes, because I'm better in my area than you are in yours, and that must be hard to swallow.
Of course, because you send a virus to my computer so I can know work, it's an easy way to be better.
And you put a spider on my desk.
It was a toy spider.
Ladies, would you stop, please? Now I see that all I've heard is true. You two are more occupied with trying to hinder each other than working for the success of your own work. It cannot go like this any longer, no matter how good you are. I will take away your projects. From now on, you are responsible for the agricultural proposals, and you will be responsible for writing the papers related to the building industry. If either of you doesn't submit the project by the deadline, I will be compelled to fire both of you.
But I do not know a thing about agriculture. I can't even tell a shovel from a rake.
And I know nothing of the building industry. I'm an agricultural engineer. There is no way I can write a building industry proposal.
Ask for help from each other. If two of you were to assist rather than impede each other, both of you could be more productive. Believe me, I mean no harm for you, but I'm certain that this trial will be beneficial for both of you. If you are successful in overcoming this obstacle, you will even be grateful for it in the end. Enjoy your work.
Thank you. Forgot to take this back. How's it going? Anything I can help with?
thought you ladies could use this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
We have just completed the most successful quarter in the history of our company. We all know that we have 2 female colleagues who are unsurpassed in their skills at writing proposals. However, it has never been the case that either have achieved 100% performance. Today, I am honored to present to both of them a bonus because for the first time ever, they have both achieved 100% performance this quarter. Congratulations. But that's not all. The company is also given to those employees who are capable of demonstrating such outstanding performance a 2-week dream trip to Greece for 4, and this at the suggestion of Mr. Mark Miller. Congratulations, ladies. Have a fabulous trip. And now for the rest of us, let us get back to work, because as you can see, it is well worth it.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Yes, thank you so much.
No need to thank me. There wasn't much I did in this matter. God showed me what I should do with your problematic relationship. I just prayed for you, and I'm certain that He's the one who helped you perform with such a success this past quarter.
We didn't know you were religious.
I haven't always been this way, but 3 years after my daughter's death, I realized there are things I'm unable to solve and handle by myself. Only God can help.
Mark, I really like the way you handled that situation with the girls.
I can thank God for that.
I can see I made a good decision when I chose to hire you. I've got great plans for you.
I will try to do my best.
How's the in-court project coming along?
Very well. There are a few more details that need to be taken care of, but we plan to submit it by 4.
Great. The project deadline is tonight at midnight. I'm glad that you haven't forgotten that.
Of course not. We will have submitted it by 4.
Good. If we are offered this job, then I want you to be in control of everything. The contracts, the documentation, the account management, the monitoring, so on. This by far is the greatest opportunity in the history of our company, so I want to be sure it's in good hands.
Thank you for your confidence in me.
All right.
Hi, Mike. This needs to be bound and mailed today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Great timing.
Father, thank you for your many blessings and for giving us our daily bread. Thank you that we can know your presence in our lives and we can ask you to be here with us. Thank you for what you have given us. Amen.
Amen. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you, honey. And you too. How was your day?
It was good. We were quite busy in the store today. How about you?
Had a wonderful day. You know, both Anita and Monica achieved 100% performance this past quarter. This has never happened before.
That is incredible.
Yes, and this means a huge profit for the company and both of them.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean the way you handled the conflict. 2 women as rivals at the workplace. Honestly, when you first told me about them, I thought it all seemed pretty hopeless.
Yes, that's what I thought. But just like Solomon asked for wisdom, I did too, and incredibly God gave it to me. 1 year ago, I would have probably just fired one of them. But since I've seen how to lose a job, I realized that firing someone means toying with their life. So I needed a different solution that I wouldn't have found by myself.
A few years back, I would not have imagined you thinking this way. But I was secretly hoping it would happen and you would surrender to God's direction. It is amazing to see His work in your life. I have never been so happy.
We have quite a few orders already for the next quarter. 3 big agricultural projects and 4 building companies, among others. Girls, I would like for you to impress me again. Mark, you sent the Incorp materials.
Yes, I left it in Mike yesterday.
What? With me? I didn't get anything from you.
But I took it over to your office yesterday around noon.
What's going on here? Are you trying to tell me you did not send in the proposal?
Yes, I did. Mike, what is this supposed to mean?
Excuse me, I'm sorry, Mr. Taylor. I don't mean to interrupt, but I saw Mr. Miller put that material in Mr. Holton's office yesterday, and later I saw Mr. Holton trash it.
How can you explain that?
You employed this man in my place. You gave the biggest projects to him, even though I have been working here from the very beginning. This should have been my position and my project, not some kind of upstarts.
I see. You're fired.
Sit down, Mike. Please allow me to protest. What he did was indeed horrible. But if I fire him now, that will probably not help. In fact, this situation will be worse. The company will lose a good worker, and in his life a great crisis will start. And I know what he did is terrible. But I can also see that he has been doing an excellent job, and this company needs him, provided of course that he will change his attitude. So, I'd like to ask you not to fire him, but give him a new chance to prove himself.
What he did against you. And yet you're standing up for him?
Everybody makes mistakes, therefore everybody deserves a new chance. And what's more, I got an email this morning telling me that the deadline of the energy proposal was extended by a week. So we are not even losing the in-car project.
All right. You can stay. Let's continue.
Do you expect me to thank you now?
You know, not so long ago I almost went bankrupt. The bank took my cars and my beautiful house with all my furniture. But then God came to my rescue and gave me a new chance to get back on my feet. And you know what? He's not expecting me to thank him, but to stand up for him and demonstrate to the others that he does exist.
So you want me to tell others about your generosity toward me today?
No. Believe in God and tell others about him.
But he didn't do this, you did.
You know, if he hadn't shown me that everybody deserves a new chance, I would be the happiest to see you fired today. But the most important thing is what saved your job is what is at work in me. So you should not thank me or anybody else, but God.
Honey, have you seen my tie with the blue stripes? Since the Inca project was awarded, I haven't been sure where my head is. What is it? What's the problem?
I'm pregnant.
What?
I'm pregnant.
Awesome. Good morning, Marta. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, Mr. Miller. You got an official letter from the county police?
From the police?
Thank you.
How long have you been working for Success Ltd?
For about 6 months.
What is your job with this company?
I'm the head of a department. It's my job to coordinate the work of the staff, and I'm responsible for the Inca project. But would you tell me what exactly I'm charged with?
It is my turn to ask questions. You will learn everything in time. What is your task in connection with this contract?
I was responsible for writing the bid proposal and making the contracts, documenting, monitoring, so basically everything.
So, you were the one who signed these papers?
Yes, bank transactions could only be done with my permission. So yes, it was me.
What connection do you have with the owner of the Builder Pro Ltd?
I don't know him. I did negotiations with the managing director about the Inca project.
Are you aware of the fact that Builder Pro Ltd is a company registered in the Bahamas, which is one of the citadels for offshore firms?
I haven't been aware of that.
Why did you spend 3 days in the Bahamas 1.5 years ago?
I was on vacation, but what does that have to do with this?
Vacation? Went to the Bahamas for 3 days?
Originally we were planning to stay for 2 weeks, but because of the project I was working on at the time, we have to come home urgently. But what are you driving at?
I'm driving at the fact that in cooperation with Builder Pro Ltd, you have embezzled the 50 million euros awarded in the contract.
What?
Say, Mr. Miller, is it not strange that as soon as you signed the contracts and transferred the money to a firm that was merely registered 6 months ago, this firm immediately filed for bankruptcy? Do you not consider it unusual that the owner, whom you say you do not know, is none other than Thomas Little, a former colleague of yours? Would it be mere coincidence that you spent 3 days in one of the havens for offshore companies, saying that you were there for vacation? There are a few too many coincidences in this story for me.
You have the audacity to come back here after embezzling the money that would have ensured this company's future.
But I had nothing to do with this whole thing.
You're pathetic. We've staked everything on this. How will it feel to wake up in the morning knowing that 50 people lost their jobs because of you?
But I have done nothing wrong.
I can't stand seeing your face. You're fired. Get out of my sight.
I've been sitting here for 2 hours, but I haven't drunk yet.
What happened?
Today I was called into the police station. They are charging me with embezzlement. I hear I could get 10 years for that. Oh, and the company fired me.
But why?
Builder Pro Ltd immediately filed for bankruptcy after I transferred them the money. And what's more, it turns out they are an offshore company that registered in Bahamas only 6 months ago.
And the references?
Probably all fake.
But you are innocent. We will get a good lawyer who will prove it.
We can't afford a lawyer. Especially not after being fired today. We will have to make do with the public defender. I'm meeting with him tomorrow.
God will not forsake us. Believe me. He will not allow any harm to come to us.
That's my only hope.
Can't sleep?
No. But I'm glad because the Lord has really strengthened me tonight. I've been reading about Joseph. He was falsely accused too, but he didn't turn away from God even in prison. And neither will I, no matter what happens. I don't know what God's plan is with this, but I believe that just as He didn't leave Joseph alone but delivered him, He will rescue me too.
Mr. Miller, I have done a little research regarding your case, and unfortunately, it does not look very hopeful. The law is very clear on this case. The sentence for embezzlement of such magnitude or compliance in it is 10 years imprisonment. In fact, since you were in charge of another's assets, the prosecution will most likely also charge you with misappropriation of funds, and that has serious consequences.
Yes, if one is guilty.
Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Unfortunately, in your case, prosecution has found sufficient evidence to find you guilty.
This is ridiculous. I didn't do anything. Do you at least believe me?
What I believe in this case is completely beside the point.
That is great.
Look, Mr. Miller, all is not yet lost. You will not have to spend 10 years in prison. Pled guilty to compliance. And you may get only 4 to 5 years. For good behavior, they will let you out in 3 years, and you can enjoy your life again.
Sir, I didn't do anything. I had no idea who the owner of Builder Pro Ltd was because I only met with the CEO. I didn't know that this is an offshore company because that's not something they go around telling people. And I was in the Bahamas on vacation. And no matter what you advise me, this is what I'm going to say in court because this is the truth.
I hereby open the hearing in the case regarding Mark Miller's alleged offense. I will now ask the prosecutor to inform us of the details of this case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Honored Court, Encorp Corporation sought out Success Limited in January 2013 and commissioned them to write a contract bid for an EU approval of their planned investment and also to coordinate the financing of the project. Success Limited commissioned Mark Miller to be in charge of this project. After they won the contract, Mr. Miller transferred the 50 million euros fixed amount to a firm registered in the Bahamas, whose owner is Thomas Little, a former colleague of Mr. Miller's. Mysteriously, 1.5 years ago, Mr. Miller spent 3 days in the Bahamas saying he was on vacation. Thomas Little, the owner of Builder Pro Limited, was also in the Bahamas during those 3 days. The firm filed for bankruptcy immediately after the bank transfer. The prosecution is charging Mr. Miller with compliance in embezzlement based on paragraph 372 of the legal code, as well as with misappropriation based on paragraph 319. The prosecution is calling to the witness stand Levante Smith, the CEO of Encorp Corporation.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Holton.
Martha, what happened?
Don't you know? Today's the trial.
What kind of trial?
Haven't you heard? The money from the Encorp contract. It's been embezzled.
I've been away skiing for 2 weeks. I haven't heard any of this.
They're accusing Mr. Miller. They say he'll probably be convicted.
Well. I leave for 2 weeks and the whole company turns upside down.
So you are saying you commissioned Success Limited with the whole project and left them in charge?
That's correct.
Why was this necessary? Would it not have been possible to have someone working within your company be responsible for this project?
Look, this was a huge task with a tremendous amount of responsibility. We had neither the capacity nor personnel with the proper expertise that we could have put in charge of such a project. We wanted professionals in this field to deal with it. Now we know we've made a mistake. when we made our choice.
I have no more questions.
Does the defense have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
The witness may step down.
The prosecution is calling to the witness stand Nicholas Taylor. Mr. Taylor, why did you choose Mr. Miller to be in charge of this project?
I hired Mr. Miller specifically for this project. He was familiar with the subject matter due to his former work, so we thought he would be the right man to write this contract and to carry out the whole project.
So you are saying Mr. Miller was responsible for everything that happened in connection with the proposal as well as the whole project?
Yes.
I have no more questions.
Does the defense have any questions?
None, Your Honor.
The witness may step down. Mr. Miller, do you insist on everything you stated in your statement?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
So you are affirming that you are innocent and have nothing to do with the embezzlement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court will retire to consider a verdict. The court has found Mark Miller guilty in compliance with embezzlement as well as in misappropriation. The sentence is 10 years imprisonment.
The defense wishes to exercise its right to appeal.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Miller's attorney. My apologies for being late, Your Honor.
But I can't afford the lawyer.
Don't worry about it.
What is the basis of the appeal?
Chapter 20 of Act 3, 1952 of the Code of Civil Procedure. Further, may I remind you, Your Honor, of the Harrington case, file number 03423.
I will accept the appeal and postpone the trial.
I'm Abraham Holman. From now on, I'm your legal counsel. Sir, my client no longer requires your services. Thank you.
Horton? Are you Mike's father?
Yeah.
Look, before we go any further, you have to know that we won't be able to pay you.
Look, I was 20 years old when I had an encounter with God. That's when I got baptized. I'd always dreamt of having a close, tight-knit family, but my career got in the way. I was working long hours, I was hardly ever at home, and I never got to spend much time with my son. So I tried to make up for my absence with guidance, rules, and strictness, but all that just backfired badly. Mike and I grew further and further apart, and because of me, he didn't want to have anything to do with God. For over a decade, I prayed to the Lord to help me right what I'd done wrong. Then 4 months ago, Mike came up to me and told me what you'd done for him, and that you talked to him about God. His life changed that day, and so did mine. Mr. Miller, I am so indebted to you for what you've done for me and my family that I will never be able to repay you.
To God be the glory.
Amen. And now I'm gonna need every contract that has anything to do with this project. Any receipts you may have kept from your time in the Bahamas. I need to know who you had meetings with and when, why you were employed by Success Limited, who your previous employer was, and what kind of relationships you had with your bosses, colleagues, clients, and associates. I need to know everything.
I hereby open the trial in the case of Mark Miller's alleged embezzlement.
The defense calls John Hoffman to the witness stand.
Mr. Hoffman, how long was Mark Miller employed by your company?
7 years.
And what is your honest opinion of Mr. Miller?
Mr. Miller is a very creative and an extremely trustworthy man.
Why did you let him go?
Unfortunately, the crisis reached us and we had to eliminate the marketing department.
And during that 7 years, did you ever receive any complaints about Mr. Miller's work?
No, he always did his work on time and with integrity.
Thank you. No more questions, Your Honor.
You stated that Mr. Miller was a highly creative man.
That's right.
Please answer my following question with a simple yes or no. Do you think he is creative enough to plan such a crime?
Yes, he is, but he would never do such a thing.
So he is. I have no more questions.
The witness may step down.
The defense calls Peter Simon to the witness stand. Mr. Simon, what kind of a boss was Mr. Miller? What expectations did he have of you and your staff?
He was the best boss I ever had. He expected honesty, punctuality, and integrity from all of us.
Could you give us a practical example of that?
About 3 years ago, we were having a very serious ad film done by a film studio. Since it was highly valuable material, we took out insurance. But before the item could reach the TV stations involved, our hard drive broke down and we lost everything. Since the production company didn't have the material anymore, the insurance company paid us. A few days later, the film studio informed us they found the material after all, and they were sending it to us. Then Mark called the insurance company and reimbursed the full amount that they had paid as compensation.
Thank you. Your Honor, I have submitted a bank statement confirming the return transfer of the funds as exhibit number 5. No more questions. Mrs. Miller, were you with your husband in the Bahamas some 18 months ago?
Yes, I was.
And where were you exactly?
On the island of Nassau.
For how long?
For 3 days.
And what do you and your husband normally do when you're on vacation together?
We try to sightsee as much as we can. We spend very little time on the beach.
What did you do specifically during those 3 days on Nassau Island?
We visited the Pompeii Museum, the Ardastra Gardens, the Queen's Staircase, the Fort Charlotte, and the Queen Victorian Gardens.
So you were sightseeing all day, every day?
Yes.
And did your husband ever leave you for an hour or two, saying that he had some business or something to attend to?
No.
So you're saying that you and your husband were together the whole time for the whole 3 days?
Yes.
Thank you. No more questions.
Mrs. Miller, do you love your husband?
Yes.
Then we can say that the vow you took is still valid today, that you would stand by him for better or for worse?
Yes.
Thank you. No more questions.
The witness may step down.
The defense calls Nicholas Taylor to the stand. Mr. Taylor, why did you employ Mark Miller at Success Limited?
We hired Mr. Miller at the recommendation of his former employer.
And what did his previous employer say about him?
That Mr. Miller was familiar with energy projects, and we needed someone like that.
And is that all he said, or did he say something else about him?
He said that Mr. Miller was an honest and reliable man.
Well, you must have found him to be so if you entrusted the entire project to him. Is that not correct?
Yes, It seemed to be.
And do you have any business contact with Joseph Briggs, Mr. Miller's previous lawyer in this case?
No.
So you didn't buy anything from him recently, like a car, a boat, or jewelry, or anything like that?
Of course not.
Then how do you explain this bank statement that I hold here, showing that a significant amount of money was transferred from your bank account to Mr. Briggs's bank account exactly a month ago when these proceedings started? Your Honor, could it not be possible that you bribed Joseph Briggs so that he would do a lousy job on Mark Miller's defense?
This is slander.
Well, how else do you explain the transfer of these funds, Mr. Taylor?
That is none of your business.
I see. And what is your connection to Thomas Little, the owner of Builder Pro Limited?
None whatsoever.
Have you ever met him before? Do you know him at all?
Of course not.
Well, then how do you explain the fact that you had coffee with him just last week? Your Honor, these photos were taken 1 week ago and show the witness and Thomas Little sitting in a downtown coffee shop together.
That doesn't prove anything. What are you trying to hint at?
Merely the fact that my client, Mark Miller, had nothing to do with the embezzlement. And I'm not just hinting at it, I'm going to prove it. This document from the Court of Business Registrations on Builder Pro Limited shows that Thomas Little is merely the owner in name and that the real owner of the company is none other than the witness, Nicholas Taylor. Therefore, the money was not embezzled by Thomas Little and my client, Mark Miller, had absolutely nothing to do with it. You, sir, were behind it all.
I would never have imagined.
Order in the court. Until this case is closed, I order Nicholas Taylor to be arrested while I dismiss all charges against Mark Miller.
Thank you very much. What was it you said? To God be the glory. Amen.
Good afternoon, Mr. Miller.
Good afternoon.
We don't know each other. I'm Francis Meyer. I'm the founder and owner of Success Ltd. It's been very interesting to watch and listen to the events unfold here. And I must say, I am very happy to meet you in person. You see, my company has a little problem that I think you can help us with.
What is that?
You see, we just lost our CEO. And I would be honored if you would accept that position.
I'd be happy too, Mr. Meyer.
The world is full of selfishness and greed. The scriptures say, "Let no one look at his own interest only, but also to the interest of others." But we don't listen to these words. We only look to our own interest. And so the system that we built will sooner or later fall down. And when this happens, we will all be overrun by the world's problems. We may lose our job. We may lose someone very important to us, or our life just seems so hopeless that it's impossible to find a solution all by ourselves. However, we have a loving God who cares for us, who provides for us, who has a plan for us. Come with me, let us never forget that He has a solution for the biggest problems. He will not leave us alone in our darkest hours, and He will provide a way out even when we think it is impossible. I know, because it happened to me. I don't know what kind of difficulties you are struggling with right now. I don't know what is making your life tough today. But I do know one thing. God is able to solve your problem, and if you place your life in His hands, you will also be given